with their MK boots.
Captain Morgan in the corner.
Hello, my name is Olivia Gooden, and this is speech number 1 for oral communications. To say that I have been blessed with the amount of travel experiences I've had would be an understatement. My dad gave me the travel bug gene at a very young age, took me on my first cruise when I was 14, and fell in love ever since. I've been on 2 cruises, been to multiple places in the United States, as well as Mexico 4 times. And even though winning dancing contests on a stage in Cabo San Lucas in front of your dad and a bunch of his friends is a great time, my favorite vacation so far has to be when I went to Hawaii with my best friend Hannah. We got to swim with sea turtles, explore water caves, explore waterfalls, went to the Black Sand Beach, got stuck in the middle of a hurricane, as well as stayed on a fruit farm plantation. Staying on the fruit farm plantation was amazing. It's not staying in a regular hotel where you wake up and you have air conditioning and cell service and you can get on your laptop. We had to go out into different coffee shops in order to search things. We had to go to a separate charging station that was near the bathrooms that was outside. There were 3 different huts that we slept in, and each hut had its own path to the bathroom, and along the path there was different fruit growing on both sides, and we were told that we were more than welcome to eat the fruit as long as it was ready to be consumed. Every morning the lady that housed us brought us in these cute little miniature bananas that were super sweet and delicious. And staying on this fruit farm was a great time until Hurricane Darby decided to hit the Big Island. When it came through, we were kind of scared, and we just decided we were going to stay in, drink, play some card games, relax. Hannah cried a few times. I laughed at her to let her know we were going to survive. She didn't believe me, and it was just so funny to deal with that. And we obviously, if we weren't going to die from the hurricane, we were going to die of starvation. So finally we got the courage to leave the plantation, but of course the road from the farm out to the main road was a mile long and was a one-way with trees everywhere, and there just happened to be 2 trees falling over blocking the path. So it took us an hour and a half to break apart this tree in order to get past, and luckily there were some locals that came by and had an electric saw to chop that sucker up and got it out of the way, and we were on to finally explore Hawaii. When we decided to go, the first thing I wanted to do was waterfalls. I love water. I need to go see the waterfall, and the place we went to was Rainbow Falls. And as soon as we got to the top of the fall, there was obviously a sign that said restricted. Being 21 in Hawaii, a restricted sign is not going to stop us. We crossed it. We traveled on top of this huge waterfall. At one point we had to swim with our backpacks over our head in order to get to the other side to another hidden waterfall. There were tiny little fish called upulas that were biting at our feet and our toes. They weren't hurting us, they were very, very little, but it was very cool to experience that, and the locals that were there actually told us what the fish were and that they weren't going to hurt us, so it was okay to go along the path. After we decided the falls was a great time, we had some lunch and we set off to the Black Sand Beach. At the Black Sand Beach, that's where we got to see all the sea turtles. They were on top of the sand, they were in the water, we were floating on our pizza rafts and just enjoying the scenery. And there were a bunch of kids running around. The sea turtles were swimming and got super, super close to this one kid that was recording, and he thought it was the most amazing thing ever. But after we decided to get done in the ocean, we started to walk around. As we were walking around, there were a few locals standing around this hole in the ground. So us being curious, we went over and started talking to them, and little do we know there was an underground water cave. And so we got in. It was me, Hannah, and her mom, and the water was freezing, but the sight was phenomenal. It was dark, but there was a light at the very end that just had this touch in the water that was just very, very light and beautiful. I can't even explain it. I can't give it justice at all. It was just something that went along the lines of just perfect. And after we got done with that, we decided that it was time to go home, and we packed up and we left the fruit farm, but it was full of so many amazing opportunities, and I wouldn't change it for anything. Getting stuck at the plantation during the hurricane, We got to swim with turtles, explore a waterfall, eat miniature bananas every day we woke up. It was a blast. I wouldn't change the vacation to Hawaii for anything, and I can only hop to top this vacation. So thank you so much, and have a great day.